Marvel Studios has been dropping some major hints that lay the groundwork for the plot of Captain America: Brave New World.
You asked for me.
And from the trailers and teasers we've seen so far, there are plenty of clues you need to catch before the movie hits theaters on February 14th.
Someone's been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest.
Welcome back to Cinemamu. Today we're diving into those clues and breaking down how they might shape the story of this highly anticipated film. Let's get started. Number 10, Thaddeus Ross becomes U.S. president.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
From the very first Brave New World trailer, one thing is crystal clear. This movie is diving deep into political themes. And at the center of it all, none other than General Thaddeus Ross, who's now the President of the United States.
You know I've been no fan of heroes, but even I can't deny.
This is a game changer. If you've been keeping up with Ross's track record, you'll know he's always been a bit of a troublemaker. In past stories, he's often been the government's tool for enforcing policies that clash with the Avengers.
Sasha Romanoff is in violation of the Sokovia Accords. She assaulted the king of Wakanda.
Now, with him as president, the stakes are higher than ever. And for Sam Wilson, this means navigating some intense political pressure while carrying the shield of Captain America.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right.
Number 9. Tiamat Island sparks geopolitical conflict. After disappearing from the spotlight for a while, the island formed by the failed emergence of the celestial Tiamat is back, and it's causing major problems for Earth. The discovery of a special metal, which might just be adamantium, has triggered global conflict.
We're on the brink of war.
If you've been following the MCU, you know how dangerous powerful metals can be. Vibranium, for instance, has always been a double-edged sword, leading Wakanda to isolate itself to protect their resources from being weaponized.
We mourn the loss of our king, but do not think for a second that Wakanda has lost her ability to protect our resources.
But now, Tiamat Island has changed the game. Vibranium is no longer Earth's only supermetal, and this shift is setting the stage for unavoidable conflict. Control over this resource could turn any nation into a global superpower. In the trailer, there's even a chilling line that sums it up. The balance of power in the world is shifting, and now we're all just pawns.
Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn.
Number 8. The leader is back. The trailer shows us the return of an old character, Samuel Stearns. You might remember him as the cellular biologist who had a run-in with Bruce Banner's blood. Back then, his forehead started mutating, and his brain began growing bigger. Now, in Brave New World, it seems like he's stepping into his full villain role as the leader.
You have to ask yourself, who's
He might even be involved in creating the serum that turns Thaddeus Ross into Red Hulk. Here's the interesting part. What if the leader and his team are behind Isaiah Bradley being used to attack the president? If that's true, Stearns is going to play a much bigger role in the chaos ahead.
Stand by for proof of death.
Number 7. Serpent Society infiltrates the government. The Serpent Society is a group of criminals and outlaws who often use snake symbolism as their identity. In Brave New World, Captain America will likely face off against their original leader, Sidewinder, played by Giancarlo Esposito.
Stand by for proof of death.
From the trailer, it seems Sam Wilson suspects that the Serpent Society has infiltrated the government.
Your inner circle's been compromised.
But here's the big question. Could President Ross somehow be connected to this infiltration? The trailer shows Ross reacting strongly to the accusation, so it's unclear if he's involved or just caught in the
Either you
crossfire.
can't see that, or you don't want to.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
One thing's for sure. This group is going to add a whole new layer of tension and conflict to the story.
Captain America. You have to ask yourself, who's playing who?
Number 6, President Ross and his political intrigue.
I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
Thaddeus Ross isn't just the US president now. He's a former war general with a long history of distrusting superheroes and leaning on military solutions. With his new role, he has even more power to push his agenda. Ross is known for being firm in his principles and no stranger to political scheming. Remember, he was the driving force behind the Sokovia Accords,
The Sokovia Accords.
the initiative that led to the clash between Steve Rogers and Tony Stark in Captain America: Civil War. In Brave New World, as the threat of a massive war looms, it seems President Ross is pulling political strings behind the scenes. He's likely taking advantage of every opportunity, even aligning with shady figures who could end up being more dangerous than
Someone's
helpful.
been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest.
This could spell trouble not just for Sam Wilson, but for the entire world.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
Tell me I don't make your old gear look brand new.
Who's saying that?
Number 5, Joaquin Torres steps up as the new Falcon.
Everybody.
So we've seen Sam Wilson fully embrace the Captain America role, but what about the Falcon mantle? Well, Joaquin Torres officially became the new Falcon in the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. After Sam Wilson handed over his damaged suit to Joaquin, the young military guy took it on, and we knew right then that he was set to carry on the Falcon legacy.
Wait, yo, you forgot the wings.
Keep 'em.
Sam, now Captain America, decided to leave the Falcon suit behind, partly because it was US government property, and he wanted to avoid the government's involvement in his new mission. Now, as we dive into Brave New World, Joaquin's role becomes even more crucial. He's not just the new Falcon, he's stepping up to be Captain America's sidekick, which mirrors the dynamic we saw with Steve Rogers and Sam, and Tony Stark with War Machine. Having Joaquin by Sam's side as the new Falcon will be a game changer in the fight against the growing threats to the US government. Number 4, Isaiah Bradley under control. Now, this next one really hits hard. We're talking about Isaiah Bradley, and unfortunately, it looks like we're going to see him in another powerless situation.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
Isaiah was once part of a super soldier experiment, becoming an elite soldier, but things took a dark turn.
And what did I get for saving their lives?
After being subjected to further experiments, he spent over 30 years in prison, losing his wife, and eventually isolating himself from the world.
You know what they did to me for being a hero? They put my ass in jail.
In The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson helped restore Isaiah's faith in himself by fighting for his place as a hero.
Now they'll never forget what you did for this country.
But it looks like all that progress might be undone in Brave New World. From the trailer, we see Isaiah seemingly under the control of another force, similar to how the Winter Soldiers were manipulated. In the trailer, we even see Isaiah attacking President Ross, and it looks like his mind is being influenced by something or someone. We can spot the leader in the background, holding a camera and seemingly triggering some kind of flash. It makes me think this could be the method used to control Isaiah's actions. But there's also a chance this could be tied to the Serpent Society, who might have a hand in the manipulation. Whatever the case may be, it's tough seeing Isaiah go back to this dark place. His past struggles and mistrust of the world are what shaped him, and it's hard to watch him face that pain again.
Get out of my house!
Number 3, Sam Wilson gets a new official military role.
The country needs Captain America.
All right, so we know President Ross is all about power moves right now, right? With the world on the brink of global war, he needs a symbol to unite the people and the military. And guess who he turns to? Sam Wilson. Ross offers him an official position in the US military.
I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position.
Now, you might be wondering, will Sam really be the government's version of Captain America? Not totally sure. After the Avengers disbanded with Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, and Natasha Romanoff, everyone's kind of been doing their own thing. For Sam, that's meant teaming up with Bucky Barnes and handling business outside of the government and military.
Think about it, right? I'm right. I just came up with that.
But here's where it gets interesting. In the trailer, we see Sam with access to all kinds of government stuff, which hints that he might actually take on an official role in the military, even if it's just for a little while.
And if we disagree on how to manage a situation, then what happens?
This could definitely change the game for Sam as Captain America. Number 2, Thaddeus Ross becomes Red Hulk. Okay, this might be the most exciting twist in Brave New World, seeing Thaddeus Ross as Red Hulk. If you're a comic fan, you know this version of Ross is legendary. The president's already survived multiple assassination attempts, and now, with a global war on the horizon, things are getting even more intense.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president.
So, how does Ross turn into Red Hulk? There are a couple of theories. First up, it could totally be a choice. Ross has always been obsessed with the super soldier serum. Now, with the power of the presidency, he's got more access than ever to all kinds of government resources, including that serum. The second possibility, it might be a trap set by his political enemies or groups like the Serpent Society looking to overthrow him.
I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
But honestly, I'm leaning toward the first option. Red Hulk is a version of the Hulk that can transform and still keep his mind. So it makes sense that Ross would want that kind of power, especially with everything he's facing.
Either you can't see that or you don't want to.
This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
Number 1. Sam Wilson's rejection could lead to the Thunderbolts.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime.
With the Avengers gone, President Ross and the US government are really scrambling for a plan B. And it looks like Ross's push to bring Captain America into the military isn't going exactly as he hoped.
And if we disagree on how to manage this situation, then what happens?
Work with me, Sam.
After everything that goes down in Brave New World, I'm pretty sure this storyline is setting up the formation of the Thunderbolts. Yep, a team made up of anti-heroes who could serve as the government's answer to the rising threats. And guess who's likely leading the charge? Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Who are you?
Val, who used to be a CIA director, has recently become very interested in recruiting powerful individuals for her own agenda. If Sam Wilson turns down the government's offer, it could push Ross to form a new team, one that doesn't play by the same rules as the Avengers. And honestly, with the Thunderbolts, we're looking at a squad of people who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty.
Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.
And that's a wrap on the big clues from the Captain America Brave New World trailer. But keep in mind, these are just predictions based on what we've seen so far, so there's no guarantee the plot will go exactly this way. Think of this more as a fun sneak peek, with a few wild guesses mixed in. With all these hints, it's easy to see why Anthony Mackie called this movie old school Marvel. It's bringing back that classic Marvel vibe.
Audiences are gonna really appreciate bringing it back to old school Marvel.
But now I want to hear from you. Did I miss any major clues? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
And hey, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. As always, I'll catch you in the next one.